In this video, we're going to solve a rational equation application problem. So here's the problem. You have Tom and Dave who work in a warehouse. Dave can fill an order in X many minutes, and Tom can fill the same order in X plus 10 minutes. If they work together, it takes them 15 minutes to fill an order. How long does it take them each working alone? So the question here is to figure out what X is equal to. So the first thing we have to do is we have to set up a rate. Um, so the rate at which they fill the boxes, or not the boxes, the order, will be equal to the number of orders filled, so number of orders over the time it takes to fill that many orders. We'll just say over time. You can kind of think of this like a speed, right? Like it's a distance over time, or in this case, instead of a distance, it's orders which are being filled. So for Dave, the rate would be it takes him X many minutes, so that's his time, to fill one order. So the number of orders would be 1. So Dave, his rate would be 1 over X. Tom, Tom's slower, so his time to fill one order is X plus 10. And then together, they fill one order in 15 minutes. Okay, so we have these three rates. Now notice this one is them working together. So we're going to make an assumption here that if you added the two rates together, that would be the rate at which they work together. So that means like they don't slow each other down working together at all. So what that means is 1 plus x, 1 over x plus 1 over x plus 10 is equal to 1 over 15. Okay, so that's Dave's rate plus Tom's rate equals Dave and Tom's rate, which should make sense. So now we have a rational equation. We just have to solve that rational equation. So the way you would solve that, you'd have to get a common denominator on the left side here. So x times x plus 10 would be the common denominator. You'd have to multiply this 1 by x plus 10 and multiply the 1 here by x, and that's equal to 1 over 15. So the numerator simplifies to 2x plus 10 times x. Let's expand this. X squared plus 10x equals 1 over 15. So here we could cross multiply or multiply each side by the denominator. So you'd have 15 multiplied on both sides would give you 15 times 2x plus 10 equals, and then 1 times x squared plus 10x. Expanding will give you 30x plus 150 equals x squared plus 10x. And then collecting like terms, getting everything on one side, you would have 0 equals x squared. You have 10x here, you're going to subtract 30x, so that would be minus 20x minus 150. I'm going to go over here, just keep it all on the same screen here. And then you have to solve this quadratic equation. This quadratic equation doesn't factor nicely, so you would have to use the quadratic formula. So x would equal negative b, which would be 20, so it would be positive 20 plus or minus the square root of minus 20, so b squared minus 20 squared, minus 4 times A is 1, times C, which is minus 150, all divided by 2A, which would be 2 times 1. So you get two answers. Just use your calculator at this point. X is equal to approximately 25.8, or and the second answer gives you negative 5.8. Now this one doesn't work because x must be bigger than 0, because remember x is a time. So therefore x is equal to 25.8, which was Dave's time. So therefore Dave takes 25.8 minutes. And then Tom, remember Tom was x plus 10. So that would be 25.8 plus 10, which would be 35.8. So therefore, Tom takes 35.8 minutes to complete the order. So that would be Dave's time and Tom's time.